Today, I want to start with one sum on share capital transactions. Observe the sum on the screen. First I will read. I shall prepare its working notes. I shall write down the journal entries by explaining every entry why debited and credited. Look at the sum. Sindhpur Limited issued 1 lakh equity shares of ₹10 each at a premium of ₹100 per share for public subscription. Share of 10 each issued at a premium of 100. Company called up the amount including share premium in 4 equal installments. Now company has demanded the amount in 4 equal installments. What's the total capital? 10 rupees. What's the total security premium? 100 rupees. Both are demanded in 4 equal installments. So with every installment, capital demanded is 10 divided by 4, 2.5. And with every installment, premium demanded is 100 divided by 4, 25. So with application, 2.5 plus 25, 27.5. Same amount is demanded with allotment. Same is considered for first call. Same amount 27.5 is considered for final call. So amount is demanded in 4 equal installments. So capital element 100 divided in 4 installments, 2.5 each. Premium 100 divided in 4 installments. So at every instance, premium element demanded and received is 25. Company received application for 1,50,000 equity shares. Excess application money were rejected and the money paid up there was refunded. Now how many shares company intended to issue? 1 lakh. How many applications are received? 1,50,000. What are the excess application? 50,000. That excess application which are rejected, so money received thereon at the rate of 27.5 has to be refunded. Gangaram, who was holding 2,000 shares, failed to pay first and final call on shares held by him. These shares were forfeited after due formalities. So one of the shareholder Gangaram has not paid first and final call. His shares are forfeited. These forfeited shares are reissued to Siddharth at a premium of 110. So after forfeiture, these shares are reissued. That too at a premium of 110. So face value 10, premium 110, amount received is 120. Now at the time of reissue, the shares are issued at premium, no reissue discount is granted. And when no reissue discount is granted, at the time of reissue of shares, what happens? Whatever the share forfeiture income occurs at the time of forfeiture of shares, that entire amount gets transferred to capital reserve. That's an important point. Write necessary journal entries in the books of the company to record about transaction and also prepare security premium account. Now, this is the information given to me in the sum. Let me prepare the working. Company wanted to issue 1 lakh shares. How the amount is demanded equal in 4 installments. So capital 10 demanded in 4 equal installments. So with every installment 2.5. With allotment 2.5. With first call 2.5. With final call also 2.5. This is the capital element demanded in 4 installments. How much is the premium? 100 rupees. That is demanded in 4 equal installments. So 25 with application, 25 with allotment, 25 with first call, 25 with final call. This is how the amount is intended to be collected by the company. How many applications have been received? 1,50,000. How? Find the number of applications which are more than what we needed. So 1,50,000 minus 1 lakh. So these 50,000 applications, their applications are rejected. So money received thereon is refunded. So on 50,000 shares at the rate of 27.5 will be refunded. Now let us work out the amount received and refunded. 1,50,000 into 27.5. This is the amount received. As I told you, 50,000 into 27.5. This is the amount refunded. Now on 1 lakh shares, 2.5 per share is the capital receipt. That will be transferred to equity share capital account, and the premium received gets transferred to security premium account. So let me work out separately. 1 lakh into 2.5 transferred to equity share capital. 1 lakh into 25 lakhs. Premium received is transferred to security premium account. Now, capital due when allotment is demanded. So 2,50,000 capital gets due when the allotment demand is made. Demand made at the time of allotment. This is a security premium demanded. So this is the total amount demanded with allotment, which includes capital element 2,50,000, security premium element 25 lakhs. Same way with first call. Capital demanded 2,50,000 and security premium demanded is 25 lakhs. Same way, capital demanded with final call 2,50,000 and security premium demanded is 25 lakhs. This is how the amount is demanded on allotment, first call and final call. Now let us observe. Have we received all the amount that we have demanded? No. One of the shareholder, Gangara, who was given 2,000 shares, has not paid first call and final call. So he has not paid capital 5,000. He has not paid security premium 50,000. The security premium is not received 25,000. That is considered in share forfeiture entry. Same way, the capital not received on final call 5,000 and security premium not received on final call. This capital not received and the security premium not received, both together make, see, 50,000 plus 5,000, 55,000 is the amount not received with first call. Same way, 55,000 not received with final call. So how much amount have been received? So total amount due minus not received is equal to the amount received. So with allotment all dues are received. With final call 55,000 rupees are not received, the amount received less 55,000. Same is the case with final call. After preparing the working note in this fashion, let me start with journal entries. Journal entries in the books of Sitpur Limited. Amount received with application, bank account debit, 1,50,000 into 27.5, 41,25,000. Now this is the amount received with application. So bank account debit to equity share application account credit. So equity share application account is credited with the equity share application account is credited with 41,25,000. Now how this equity share application money is being distributed? This is transferred to equity share capital. This is transferred to security premium. The amount refunded is credited to bank account. Look at the journal entries. To equity share capital account credit 2,50,000. To security premium account credit 25 lakhs. And the amount refunded that is credited to bank account. So bank account is credited with 13,75,000. So what's the journal entry? Equity share application account debit to equity share capital account to security premium account to bank account. This is how, on the basis of this working, these two journal entries are recorded. Now I want to take care of allotment. Now, what is the amount due on allotment? Total of these two numbers. So share allotment account debit to equity share capital account to security premium account credit. Look, observe the entry. Equity share allotment account debit 1 lakh into 27.5. Amount demanded against capital 2,50,000. This is a security premium account that is credited to security premium account on due basis. This is the security premium account that has been credited at the time of allotting shares on due basis. Notice it. What is the amount received? All All the amount demanded has been received. So bank account debit 27,50,000. To equity share allotment account credit 27,50,000. So all the shareholders who were allotted shares, all the applicants who were allotted shares and became the shareholder, they have paid amount due on allotment, which has two elements, capital element and security premium element. Everything is received. So bank account debit to equity share allotment account credit. See, equity share allotment account is closed. So no balance is left in equity share allotment account. Now I want to take care of first call. Equity share first call account debit 1 lakh into 27.5. To equity share capital account credit 2,50,000 and security premium account credited on due basis 25 lakhs. So this is the amount recoverable, receivable on first call amount being demanded by the company. I have received 55,000 rupees less. So what is the amount received? Amount received is 2,45,000 plus 24,50,000. That's the amount received. That will be debited to bank account. Bank account debit 26,95,000 to equity share first call account credit 26,95,000. Now observe the difference between 27,50,000 and 26,95,000. This difference is 55,000. That stands as a debit balance in equity share first call account, and that debit balance gets squared, nullified at the time of forfeiture entry. So equity share first call account will be credited with 55,000 rupees when we shall write the entry for forfeiture. Same way, I want to start with final call. Amount due on final call, equity share final call account debit to equity share capital account with capital element, and equity share security premium account will be credited with premium that gets due with final call. Now I have received amount less by 55,000. So bank account debit 26,95,000 to final call account credit 26,95,000. Also, debited 27,50,000, credited 26,95,000. So there is a debit balance of 55,000 in equity share final call account. That debit balance will be nullified, will be squared, will be set at dot at the time of forfeiture entry. And to do that, equity share final call account gets credited with 55,000 when we shall write the forfeiture entry. Now let us go for forfeiture entry, but before that, let me prepare the working for forfeiture entry, wherein how much is the capital has been received with need be transferred to share forfeiture account. Let me work it out. These shares are forfeited. These forfeited shares were reissued. Now the shares are forfeited first of all. So 2,000 into 2.5 capital received. 2,000 into 25 premium is received. See, you know that premium received is not considered in forfeiture entry. It was credited to security premium account and has been received. Similarly, on allotment, this is the capital received. On allotment, this is the premium received. As you know, premium received is not considered in share forfeiture entry. So let me remove it. Now this capital received will be credited to share forfeiture account. Called up capital will be cancelled, so share capital account is debited with called up capital. Premium received is ignored. Premium not received will be debited to security premium account when we shall write the forfeiture entry. So what's the forfeiture entry? Equity share capital account debit, security premium account debit to share forfeiture account credit with capital received to share first call account. That debit balance which we want to spread 55,000 and to share final call account credit 55,000. This is how the forfeiture entry gets recorded. Let me do that. This is the called up capital. So equity share capital account debit 20,000. Security premium not received debited to security premium account. Security premium account debit is 1 lakh. To share first call account 55,000 not received. See, this is how the first call account gets closed. There was a debit balance in share first call account. Now that debit balance is no longer existing because we have credited 55,000. Share final call account same way credited with 55,000. Capital received is credited to share forfeiture account. This is how we can write the entry for forfeiture. Now all these shares are reissued at a premium of 110. At a premium of 110. So 10 rupees the capital, 110 is the premium, amount received is 120. At the time of reissue of this forfeiture shares, no reissue discount is granted. So entire forfeiture income gets transferred to capital reserve account. So observe it. Now I want to write the entry for reissue. Bank account debit 2000 into 120. To equity share capital account credit 20,000. To security premium account credit 2000 into 110, 2,20,000. 2,20,000. Now as I told to you, this forfeiture income, or say that this forfeiture income 10,000 gets transferred to capital reserve. What's the entry? Share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve account credit. 10,000 to capital reserve account credit 10,000. So I have recorded 11 journal entries. Total of all those 11 journal entries is this much. Now I want to demonstrate all these entries at one place with narration for your better understanding. I am also required to prepare a security premium account as being questioned to me in the sum. So after demonstrating all the journal entries at one place, I will prepare security premium account for you. So all these entries that I have explained to you, you can find on the screen now. Now I want to prepare security premium account. Now security premium account is credited. The amount received at the time of application, the security premium account gets credited. The security premium due with allotment, security premium account gets credited with security premium due with first call and final call. So there will be 4 credit entries to security premium account. Now security premium account is credited on due basis in case of allotment, first call and final call. And in case of first call and final call, we have not received security premium. That is 50,000, 50,000 each. That security premium account not received will be debited to security premium account because security premium account was credited on due basis and the amount due not recovered for that security premium account gets debited. Over and above, the another security premium that we have received at the time of reissue of shares, that is 110 or share on 2,000 shares that has been reissued, that amount also gets credited to security premium account. After writing all these entries to security premium account, we have to find out the balance of security premium account that will appear in the balance sheet under the title of reserves and surplus. Observe it now. With application, security premium received 25 lakhs. Security premium account gets credited on due basis for security premium recoverable on allotment. Security premium account gets credited on due basis for the amount recoverable with first call. Security premium account gets credited on due basis for the amount recovered, security premium amount recoverable with final call. So this here I have written the number of journal entry. In case of date, instead of writing dates, I have written this number of journal entry. Now on forfeiture entry, security premium not received was debited to security premium account. Observe it. 1 lakh. 1 lakh security premium is not received. Out of 1,50,000 not received, demanded with first call, and 50,000 not received, which was demanded with final call. Observe the posting. So against first call I write 50,000. Out of 1,50,000 I write against first call. And against final call I write 50,000. This is how this 1 lakh is recorded Observe this ledger posting, very important. Now the security premium received at the time of reissue of shares, that is credited to security premium account. So after writing all these entries in security premium account, that is nothing but ledger posting from all these journal entries, you can find out the balance of security premium account. So balance of security premium, total of credit side minus total of debit side. This is the balance of security premium account. This is how you can prepare any account that has been asked to you in examination on the basis of considering all the journal entries that you have recorded. Now, I want to demonstrate the same security premium account separately. On the next slide, this is how your security premium account should appear in examination. I have tried to explain you this sum. I feel that you have followed it. Thanks to all of you.